Hey guys, I'm excited about this. We are going to show two different ways you can add these mixed numbers. So first over here, we are going to change these mixed numbers into improper fractions before we add them, okay? So to turn these into improper fractions, I'll link a video for you if you need more details, but we take our denominator, multiply it by the big number here, so I get 120, and then you add the numerator. So plus 11 would give me 131. That's my new numerator, and my denominator stays 12. Okay, so these two are equal to each other. We just changed it to an improper fraction because sometimes we like to do that. It might be easier to work with, or there's just some reason we want to change it, okay? Now we're going to change this guy into an improper fraction. So we do 3 times 12, which gives me 36, plus 2, which gives me 38. That's my new numerator. My denominator stays 3, and we are adding these together. Okay, the kind of bad news is whenever you add fractions or subtract them, your denominators must be the same. So how do we get them the same? Well, we look at them and say, what is the lowest number that they both go into? And I notice right away that 3 and 12 both go into 12. So the good news about that is this one's denominator is already 12. So it gets to stay 131 over 12. Don't change. You're perfect the way you are. This guy, we got to adjust a little bit. So what do I need to multiply 3 by to get 12? Well, I need to multiply it by 4, right? But I can't just go multiplying denominators by 4 for fun. But how can I make it so I can multiply that by 4 is if I also multiply the numerator by 4. Now, why is that allowed? Because when I multiply by 4 over 4, that simplifies down to 1. So I'm really just multiplying by 1 is just a weird looking 1, okay? So we're changing what the fraction looks like, but not its value. It is still equal to the same thing, okay? So when I do this, 38 times 4 gives me 152. And 3 times 4 gives me 12, which ding, 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 that's what I wanted, okay? So now we are still adding these. Now when we add fractions, our denominator stays the same. That's why they needed to be the same, right? And then I go ahead and add my numerators. So 131 plus 152 gives me 283. Okay, so that's my answer, okay? But oftentimes when our problem started as a mixed number, we want to turn it back into a mixed number. And 283 twelfths doesn't mean much to me. It'll mean more to me. I'll be able to comprehend more what its value is as a mixed number, okay? So to turn it back into a mixed number, I just ask myself, how many times does 12 go into 283? Well, let me tell you that it goes in 23 times, but not evenly, right? So how many are left over? Well, there's 7 left over, and we keep our denominator as 12. Now, always make sure that that can't be simplified more. We're good. So that is my answer. Okay, now I'm probably thinking that you thought that was amazing, but let's go ahead and look at another way we can do it that you might like more, okay? Now we're adding the same numbers, but this time I'm not going to turn them into improper fractions. I'm going to go ahead and add my big numbers first, okay? So I'm going to do, guess what? 10 plus 12. Oh my gosh, I can totally add that in my head. 10 plus 12 equals 22. Okay, that's not bad. Now I'm going to add the fractions. So I'm going to add 11 twelfths plus 2/3. Okay, all right, just like over here, my denominators have to be the same. To make them the same, I'm going to multiply this one by 4 over 4 because that'll give me that 12. So this one stays 11 twelfths. This guy changes to 2 times 4 gives me 8. 3 times 4 gives me 12, which is exactly what I wanted. All right. Denominator stays 12. 11 plus 8 gives me 19. Okay, now you'll notice this is an improper fraction, so we can change it into a mixed number. So 12 goes into 19 one time. And how many are left? 7. And my denominator stays 12. Okay, now you've probably guessed what we're going to do. We're going to add this guy and this guy together and get 23 and 7/12. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. All right, I hope this made sense. Thanks.